That's about the long and short of it. In other words, all of this, everything that's happened, is my fault. All of you are victims who had the misfortune of knowing me and getting dragged into this. No apology is sincere enough, but I'm so sorry for what you've been through.
I'm not following. Why? I heard all you said, but I don't think you've got any reason to be that sorry.
Come again, Estelle? Based on what we've learned, Phantasma choosing a new master was an inevitability, and something it would have done whether you were there or not. As such, after it lost the Oriole, something like this would have happened no matter the circumstances. I agree. Phantasma would simply have chosen someone else and created a different world as a result of the trauma that lay within. The thought that you might have been chosen is nothing short of terrifying, too. Everything that happened to us in here is so far is nothing compared to what we would have endured had that come to pass. Oh, Mueller, your words are like the sweetest kiss turned frozen upon parting. Do you have that little faith in me, your one and only? Perhaps everyone here would have been drawn into the most ravenous feast the world has ever seen, but nothing more than that.
I'm scared.
I'm just disgusted.
You're a special degree of creep, you know that? I want no part of that face that comes from out of your brain. Count me out of this one.
I can't help but feel you guys are kind of missing the point. How do you figure?
I'm lost as well.
Your stigma is obviously very powerful, and it's capable of exerting a lot of control over things. Enough so that Phantasma, as it is now, exists in a state of order. But what if it had chosen someone else? Would the world have been able to maintain order then?
It's possible that Phantasma would have been unable to contain the chaos that ensued and gone out of control under someone else. Is what you're essentially getting at, right?
Come on, man. I think you're the only one who'd be having fun.
She's right. I don't think you've got any reason to beat yourself up over this. We're all very different people from different walks of life. But right now, we're all here sharing a common destiny.
Yeah, in times like these, we gotta help each other out, right? Besides, this place relates to the Oriole, which is Liberal's problem. From my perspective, you're a victim. I couldn't agree more. As such, Kevin, we would appreciate you continuing to lead us as you've done so far. It's time to truly bring an end to what has started half a year ago. What can I even say?
First, I'm stupid. Then Reese pulls off the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And now you guys. This must be the biggest group of idiots in all of Zemuria. I swear, you wouldn't find a more gullible, naive bunch anywhere on the continent. I was happy to use each and every one of you for my own devices right to the very end. So how can you be so...
It's alright, Kevin.
Kevin?
Sometimes, you just have to know when to give in. And you're at that point right now. Your luck ran out the second you got stuck with us. Got stuck with you mean? Spending too much time with pushy, meddling do-gooders who don't know when to quit like you is bad for everyone. You want to say that again? Well, all those things describe you to a T. That much is true.
You certainly do.
I think you've got your good points, though. Yeah, so do I. I think Estelle's rubbed off on all of us at this point, and that's not a bad thing. Thanks, guys.
Group of idiots is right. We're smack dab in the middle of a shitty situation here, but you wouldn't know it by looking at us. With a team this spectacular, what do we have to fear? There's a chance we could even overthrow the Erebonian government if we put our minds to it. Need I remind you that that's not something an Erebonian prince should be saying out loud? Alright. I know what I beat. We're in this. Together. And this time, I actually mean that.
Got it.
We're happy to have you with us. Anyway, at least now, we know exactly what we need to do here. We need to defeat Rufina, the Lord of Phantasma. There's no getting around that.
Unfortunately not.
Indeed. With that said, just where is she? You didn't encounter her in Gehenna, did you? She disappeared right after the two of you fell down there. That's a good question.
I think it's safe to say she wasn't down in Gehenna with us. If she had been, she would have shown herself at some point.
Yeah, but then where is she?
I believe I can answer that. Celeste?
Didn't realize you were here. I can't thank you enough for saving our hides earlier.
Truly, I doubt we would have been able to get out unharmed if not for your assistance. We're both grateful beyond words. I was more than happy to help. All of us here are in the same predicament, myself included. You can even think of me as another one of your companions if you like.
Naturally. What kind of answer are you thinking you can give?
Yes. It took some time, but I was able to ascertain her current location.
What?
Really?
Is that what you've been working on all this time?
Yes, it is. During my investigation of the Seventh Plane, I was able to gain an understanding of the layout and contents of Phantasma as a whole. I also discovered that the Lord of Phantasma isn't in any of the planes. Rather, she is outside of them. Phantasma consists of more than just the planes? What's it like outside of them? Think of the planes you've explored, like a giant, multi-layered structure in the center of Phantasma. They're all you've known up until this point, but this world consists of more than them. That said, the rest of Phantasma is just a vast, barren wasteland at this point, abandoned and devoid of life. Hard to picture without seeing it for myself.
Do you know where this big abandoned wasteland she is? Because if it's that vast, just knowing she's there probably isn't going to help us much.
I have a relatively good idea where it is, thankfully. Although, that doesn't solve the core problem. I fear the word vast doesn't do the scale of the wasteland itself justice. I believe it's roughly the size of the continent where you live. It's the size of Zemuria?
That is going to pose a problem. Crossing an area that massive on foot would take months, maybe even longer. Do we not have any other means of transport that we could use?
I'm not sure my power would be of any use to you here. I can't place monuments too far from this garden, for one thing.
Even if we did commit ourselves to trekking across the whole thing on foot, without the cube's power, we couldn't come back and resupply.
Trying to take several months' worth of food hardly seems realistic.
Well, this is a tough one. I can only think of waiting for her to come to us. What's up with you, short stuff? Got something on your mind?
Well, I was just thinking, why not use the Arcel?
What? The replica we encountered on the first plane?
Yeah. The world is supposed to react to the desires of people in it, right? So while that Arcel may not be the real one, it looks just like it. Everyone here is pretty familiar with the real thing and how it looks. So it seems like a ship we can all picture flying easily. Maybe if we all wish for it to fly together, it might actually happen. Sorry, I'm silly, aren't I? I don't know what's gotten into me. This isn't something an engineer should be saying.
I don't think you're silly at all, Tita. In fact, I think that's a fantastic idea.
You too?
It does seem like the easier something is to imagine, the easier it is to have realized in Phantasma. And both you and Julia are familiar with the exact structure of the Arsail, while most of us here have seen and been on board it. This might actually work. There's clearly no rule saying airships can't exist here either, given that we've already been on the Black Ark.
Well, Celeste, do you think it would work?
The Arsail was the ship you used to board the Liber Ark, I believe. Then if I were to feed the image of it flying, then back into the system, I think this may actually be possible. If all of you are on board, the white wings will take to the skies once more. We can really make this happen?
I can't believe it.
Well done, Tita. You totally outdid yourself this time.
However, I should warn you all of one thing. Once you float the Arsail to the area where the Lord of Phantasma awaits, that will be it. You will be unable to return to this garden ever again. Please be mindful of that.
Never? Not even once?
Because we won't be able to use the cube's warp functionality anymore? Correct. Using it to warp is only possible when you are within a certain range of the garden. Go outside of that, and it is no longer possible. So before you depart, I would ask that you make absolutely sure you have everything you need and are ready for whatever you may find there.
Good to know.
It wouldn't hurt to do some extra training then. I don't doubt we're gonna have to play our part in the things to come.
You're right. I wouldn't mind getting in some exercise myself. Wouldn't want to wind up being the one to drag a group down.
This will be our last opportunity to open the doors scattered throughout the plains and take anything we find, too. It's probably best I step down as leader for the time being then. If you're just door hunting or something to get some extra practice in, I'd only get in the way. If anyone else wants to learn how to use the cube or fill out my notebook, I'd be happy to teach you. Just let me know. Just be sure when the time comes, we leave with no regrets. Chapter 8! We're here, baby!
Alright, everyone is now in position. If you would, Celeste.
Of course. Please focus your minds, everyone. Focus on the image of this ship taking flight into the sky. This is all you need to do.
Got it. This is gonna be easy. It's not a sight I'd had the pleasure of seeing before, but I can easily imagine how beautiful it must be.
Come to think of it, I was in the ship when I was being transported to a cell in Lifestone Fortress. That was when my life really started to go off the rails. If you're going to remain on board, sir, I would kindly ask that you cooperate. For this ship to fly again, everyone on board it must be thinking of the same thing. If you're not willing to participate, you could always climb off and remain in the garden. No, I can cooperate. For realsies. How did I ever get myself into this mess in the first place?
Aren't you a good boy?
Well,
Now that we have everyone's support, it is time to begin.
Oh,
Is this?
we're taking off!
Activation complete. The Arsail is now ready to depart at any time.
We did it!
I didn't want to think about what would happen if that failed. Well, we're finally ready.
What should we do, Kevin?
If we're ready, I'd say we should get going immediately. Our destination's set, so let's go there and finish this.
Understood. If you would then, Julia? Certainly, Your Highness. Henceforth, the ship shall be accelerating to maximum battle speed and exiting the planes. Start all engines. And advance. Wow.
So, this is what the planes really look like.
It's like being surrounded by a giant kaleidoscope. 3000 SPH. Wait a sec. 4300? We're now going at 5000.
What?
But the Arshell should be only able to reach so much. I can only assume this is the result of how well you were able to combine your thoughts as one. This must be the Arsail's theoretical maximum capability, rather than its real-world maximum.
This is amazing!
Shouldn't take us long to reach our destination at this kind of speed.
Are we still in the planes, incidentally?
Yes, but we shouldn't be for much longer.
Detecting a barrier in front of us. 120 seconds until impact. Full speed ahead. Prepare the main cannon for rapid fire. We're going to use it to force our way through.
Right! Let's go! Anime cutscene! Oh my. Whoa.
So this is how Phantasma looks outside of the planes. It's nothing but a barren wasteland. Our destination's coordinates are as I mentioned earlier. As long as we keep heading straight, we should reach it before long.
Oh, guess this is our chance to take a breather.
That was a real thrill, wasn't it? Even Ouroboros doesn't have any airships quite this fast.
It's only just starting to hit me just how vast Phantasma actually is, though. The plains felt big enough as it was, but this area around them seems even bigger. Indeed, it's astounding to believe that all of this is only a subsystem of the Orioles. It also makes it even harder to believe that the Oriole could have disappeared as it did. Yeah, I'm with you. There's no way that something capable of making an entire other world like this could just vanish all of a sudden. Which means he probably collected it.
Is something wrong, Kevin?
Oh, no, it's fine. I doubt what I'm thinking about has any direct connection to what's happening here.
What the? There's a small flying object approaching us.
What?
How could there be another airship out here other than ours? No. It seems to be a pursuer from the plains.
A pursuer?
Bring down the main monitor. Try and get the pursuer up on it using the ship's rear camera.
Understood. If it's Kyle and Dawn, that'd be hilarious. Nope, it is not.
That's...
What's a silver dragon doing here?
I've never seen one that color before.
This is bad. It's going faster than us. That is right. It's gonna catch up before long.
That would be likely to end well either. The Arsail's been taken down by a dragon once before as it is.
Prepare for mid-air battle. Turn the ship and intercept that dragon.
No, there's no need to do that. Is he gonna actually be of use? This is new. Ha ha ha! The time has finally come to show you all my true brilliance! You actually got some?
You feeling alright, buddy? Perhaps you ought to go and rest in the medical room. You seem confused.
Ha ha ha! The rest of you can just stay there and watch. You're about to see a real hero in action. Gilbert redemption arc?
And he's gone. What's gotten into that goofball?
My moment has finally come. From now on, I will be the star of this show. If this world really does respond to people's thoughts, then come forth, my wings, cleaver of the clouds, bluer than the bluest sky. Mighty Apache! I knew you would answer to my call. I, Gilbert Stein, Company Commander of Ouroboros' 38th Enhanced Jaeger Unit, will hereby commence diverting that dragon and taking it out of the sky. He had that thing when we were in Gransel.
I had no idea how that's how you wrote it. I know that thing. He's the one who attacked the bobcat.
Maybe his idea wasn't so stupid after all. It might not be as strong as the dragon, but in terms of maneuverability, it actually keeps up fairly well.
I'm gonna title this episode, Gilbert Doesn't Suck?
He's actually fighting well. I'm impressed. I always figured he was just some loser, but maybe he's got more guts than I thought. I feel like I'm starting to see him in a whole new light now.
Still, while he's putting up a valiant effort, I can't see him being able to actually take it down.
Indeed. Perhaps it would be best for us to turn around and engage it directly.
I told you! There isn't any need for that!
Oh.
I mean it! Get going! It's not like I would have been able to help you out in battle much anyway! I might as well do my part some other way!
You're certain about this?
Sure! I might not be able to knock it out of the sky, but I can get it out of your way! And when you've safely escaped, I'll make my own retreat and follow on after you!
Understood. I shall be praying for your success.
Same to you!
How?
Huh! He sure knows how to steal the spotlight.
Honestly, he should be fine. He's pretty skilled at operating that thing. He gave me and my brothers hell when he attacked us before.
Well, I guess all we can do is believe in him now.
Let us pray to Aidios for his safety.
Indeed. Alright, we got it. Gilbert got a moment. Moments like these are the best part of being a hero. If only there were more people here to marvel at just how cool I am this very moment. What? Wait a second, you can't gang up on me like that. That's messed up. Marcel, can you hear me? I take it all back! I take it all back! Crap, they're out of range! Well, maybe he'll get lucky. Hey, Aidios, help me! He'll be fine.
Huh. You guys hear something?
I got it. Putting it up on the screen.
What's that?
It looks like something out of a fairy tale.
It looks like some sort of palace. Or perhaps castle is the more appropriate word for it.
So that is where the Lord of Phantasma waits for us. A giant castle standing in the wilderness. Quite the romantic concept.
Euphina's waiting for us there?
No doubt about it. That's one scary looking castle she's built herself, huh? I'm already shaking in my stragus.
What should we do now, Kevin?
Let's try and get closer and see if there's a way in. Careful though. I don't think our arrival's going to come as much of a surprise for her.
Understood. Our sail, decelerate. As soon as we reach the target, begin to slowly circle around it.
That's such a cool transition. This has to be the main entrance.
There sure are lots of doors, though. The design seems to resemble the cathedral in Arteria. Kevin?
Rufina! We know you're in there! I'm not gonna run, and I'm not gonna hide. So come out and let's settle this once and for all.
I praise you on coming all this way to face me. Welcome to Phantasmagoria, my castle. But the time for talk is long past. May we begin the final game. The man who seeks to atone and is tendant must proceed through the great door above. All others must proceed in equal numbers through the doors below. At the end of each wing, you shall find a banquet I praise worthy of your satisfaction. Now, let the fun begin.
Rufina. I see that she intends to obsess over rules to the bitter end. I imagine that if you don't do as she asks, you will never be able to reach her. But keep in mind that much as we are bound by rules, so too is she only able to exist because of them. There shouldn't be any traps that would violate them inside. So she's finally ready to face us head on, huh?
So it seems.
And what a thrilling invitation she's given us. I couldn't be more excited.
I sort of get what you mean. Although in my case, it's about 50% excitement, 50% nerves. Well, it's about time we all got the chance to thank her for getting us wrapped up in this mess.
I ain't gonna back down from a fight once someone else has thrown down the gauntlet. Bring it on!
Come on, Agate.
Regardless, our path is set before us now. We have no choice but to walk it.
We still need to ascertain whether this land poses a threat to the peace of Liberal after all. Exactly, Julia. That's just one more reason why we can't afford to back down. Maybe I just want to hurry back to my brothers so they don't worry too much about me. But that's more than a good enough reason in my book.
I'd get a real earful from Kilika if I stuck around this place for too long. As it so happens, I would be more than content to spend eternity here with all of you. But I suppose that's no longer an option with all things considered. It was never an option, you idiot.
I'm glad all of you are with us. Thank you.
You guys ready then? We're gonna need to split up into 4 teams of 4 if what we've heard is anything to go by. Reese and I are gonna take the top gate. Other than that, anything goes.
So it seems. Still, the challenges beyond the great upper gates are likely to be significantly more dangerous than any of the others. That may be something to bear in mind when choosing your teams.